What are lightnings? Do you have an idea? Maybe some of you who have studied science do know. I kind of knew, but now I'm getting a different view on what lightnings are, or I'm about to. We're going to be talking to Tom Paladino, Scalar light researcher with the Scalar light healing technology. I've brought Tom a few times already on Grownlearn, and today I'm welcoming him again. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Zarina. It's great to be back here. Thanks for the invite.
Thanks for being back. I can see you're in your the Scalar light lab again.
Yes. Today we're going to speak about lightning. You see lightning during a thunderstorm. Lightning is not electricity. Lightning initiates a scalar energy and then it will degrade into electricity.
So before you explain, Tom, we're having this interruption again, as we did last time, and you explained it's because of the intensity of scalar light in your lab. So if you could please speak closer to the microphone.
All right, I'm sorry. And behind me are scalar energy instruments, and they're so strong that this energy, scalar energy, will override the computer sometimes. So let me know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
So today we're going to speak about scalar energy and how scalar energy creates lightning. During a storm, during a lightning storm, you see that spark. That's not a spark of electricity, that's a spark of scalar energy. And I can prove that. I live in Florida.
The scalar energy was mostly like in the ether, like a non-material thing, or is it actually
It's non-material, it's non-physical, and all lightning initiates as scalar lightning. It's not electricity initially. This is why a lightning storm gives you so much power. Many times you have to ask yourself, where does all this power come from? Purportedly, there's 300 to 400 thunderstorms, lightning storms occurring in the world at any given time. That's constantly giving the world a scalar charge, not necessarily electromagnetic charge. So I'm going to demonstrate, first of all, the instrument behind me is a scalar energy instrument. Now, I live in Florida. Sometimes during a lightning storm, this instrument will start to spark, produce small lightning bolts, so to speak. Spark with lightning, scalar energy. Well, there's no thunderstorm now, so it's not sparking. So in other words, this scalar energy instrument is communicating with the atmosphere, and it's producing small lightning bolts, just as the bigger, more powerful lightning bolts in the sky are being produced. Wow. So I've
even if it's inside, even in your lab.
Wow. Yes, because scalar energy passes right through the roof of this laboratory. Now, to demonstrate, once again, scalar energy fills an environment. These Tesla coils are now broadcasting scalar energy. I'll just pan off. That's part of my scalar energy lab. That's the scalar energy instrument that I'm pointing to. But for the sake of this demonstration, I want to show how there's so much scalar energy coming off of these scalar energy towers, or the Tesla coils, they can illuminate a light bulb. I hold in my hand a light bulb in a plastic package. The light bulbs are not plugged into anything. And when I pass them close to the scalar wave, they illuminate. So that's a sign of free energy, or that's a sign of lightning, so to speak. Okay? So we're going to show you now some photographs in nature where people have photographed lightning strikes. And sometimes when you can photograph lightning at the precise moment, you can capture the scalar wave. Now take a good look at that beam of light. That's scalar energy. And if you look at the shaft of light, that beam of light, and to the right of it, right above the trees, you can see the lightning bolts. Yes, thank you. That's the lightning that created that shaft of light. Now that shaft of light is scalar energy. It's not electricity. And this shows you just how powerful that force field is. What you're seeing is a column of force field. That's a column of energy. That's not trick photography. This is the manifestation of lightning in action.
Wow. Well, does it mean that when when there's a thunderstorm with lightnings and you're
Yeah.
somewhere around, one is somewhere around, do they benefit from this energy?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Lightning is always beneficial, provided you don't get struck by it. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to make this distinction. Some people have been struck by lightning, and it just knocks them off their feet. It doesn't really hurt them. Others are struck by lightning, and they're vaporized. They're killed on the spot. Why is it that some people can be struck by lightning, and it doesn't hurt them, and others are killed? For this reason. When the lightning strike is still in its scalar energy form, that scalar energy passes through the body, you're not electrocuted. If the lightning strike has already transferred from scalar and downgraded into electricity, if you're struck by a lightning bolt that is now converted into electricity, you will be electrocuted. And this is why we have the distinction. Some people are struck by lightning, and sometimes this actually opens up their mind or their chakras. Others are struck by lightning and they're killed on the spot. They're electrocuted. So you have to ask yourself, why do we have these two separate events? Because there's two energies incorporated in a lightning bolt. The first, scalar energy, is friendly. The downgraded version, the converted version, electricity will kill you on the spot.
Well, I'm thinking now that whenever there's a thunderstorm, people usually feel very drowsy and they go to sleep. And this is usually what
Yes.
happens exactly when you start with the healing modality of your scalar technology. The first few
Exactly.
days, you feel a bit tired. I guess the body goes
Exactly.
through healing. Mhm.
So what's my point? If we take a look once again at that shaft of light, and we look at this burst of energy, that's the correlation that I'm trying to make. This is free energy driving the light bulb. This is free energy in the atmosphere by way of a lightning strike.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to mention one more thing, and I can't promise this. Sometimes people who are struck by lightning are cured of cancer because the scalar instructions will cure them of some type of a cancer. It will reprogram the body. Now that's been proven. Some people have been struck by lightning and they no longer have cancer. But that's way beyond me. I can't do that.
But how does the lightning strike if it's not in physical manifestation yet?
It's information. So the scalar information in a lightning bolt can correct disease.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect energy. Perfect energy.
Can this be replicated?
I want
like,
to, but I've not. So don't get your hopes up. Somebody has to do this. Somebody has to recreate a lightning machine. Now, we'll show you later in our conversation photographs of Nikola Tesla, who was working with lightning in his laboratory. Okay, can we move on? I want to show the audience
Absolutely.
one more photograph.
Which one, with the Nikola Tesla or the car?
No, the car. Here's another photograph of a lightning shaft. Now take a good look at that photograph. It's another column of light, that scalar light. Look at the beauty. Look how straight, look how majestic, look how white that is. Look at the very bottom now to the left. There you go, to the left of the column. That is the lightning bolt. But what you see is this gigantic column of light that's invisible to the naked eye. Sometimes a photograph can pick that up. Now, again, this is not trick photography. Look closely at that shaft of light, pure light, it's divine light. At the very bottom, once again, to the left, we see the lightning strike, the actual lightning bolt. Now, my contention is, if you were to place yourself inside that shaft of light, it would probably remedy or maybe cure disease. Because it's perfect instruction.
I suppose the phenomenon or the spectrum under which this shaft is being caught is the same as under which some people are able to take a photo of auras or some entities. Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. Now, let's be quite blunt. Look at that. That's not electricity. Electricity doesn't behave like that. I've never seen a beam of light going up to heaven, bright white light like that. That's a scalar manifestation. It's quite distinct from that of electricity. So my contention is that is perfect energy if we could harness it. And that has perfect instructions. And those perfect instructions should make us healthy soul, mind, and body. Now, I've not been able to duplicate that. If I could help mankind tremendously. But somebody was able to do that over 100 years ago. Somebody was able to produce lightning bolts, and that was Nikola Tesla. And we'll get to that. We'll explain how far-reaching his research was. So we're going to now speak about the great work of Nikola Tesla, the great Serbian scientist. This is Tesla pictured at the bottom left of the photograph. He's in a laboratory. That's his scalar energy laboratory in Colorado Springs.
I think most people have seen this picture. It's been rolled around quite much.
Yeah, it does. Now, that's a time-lapse photograph, but nonetheless, purportedly, Tesla was able to create lightning bolts. I believe what he's doing is sitting now, in a lightning field of scalar energy. I don't believe that's electricity. I believe that's a scalar energy manifestation. And you can see he's not being electrocuted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why not? It's scalar energy's friendly. Electricity is unfriendly. Electricity will kill you. Why is it that Tesla, he's reading a book apparently, or he's writing notes. He's undisturbed. You know, wouldn't you be cautious if you were in an electrical storm like that? I don't believe it's electricity. I believe it's scalar energy.
But it's not flowing straight like the other column.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's arcing. You're absolutely right. But it's fascinating. Now, purportedly, Tesla was able, in 1899, at his laboratory in Colorado Springs, Tesla was able to create scalar energy, which is free energy. Now, what am I getting at? If we can tap that energy, that will solve the energy crisis. It's free. Imagine tapping the energy of a thunderstorm. Imagine tapping the energy of those 2 Tesla coils. Look at all that energy that could be converted into electricity. You could power a continent with all of that energy. That's an incredible amount of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I getting at? We showed the audience photographs in nature of scalar energy in the clouds. That's by nature. And now we're showing Tesla reproducing scalar energy in the form of lightning bolts. This is real. So Tesla, God bless him, he copied nature. That is a miniature lightning storm that he recreated.
Yeah. So are you aware of electrocultures? Have you heard of electrocultures when it comes to growing plants, fruits and vegetables?
I have, but I'm really not versed in it. Go on. Tell me about it.
Well, there's one of the methods is to wrap a copper coil around the wooden stick and then stick it in the ground next to the plants. And then apparently they grow in sizes 2, 3, 5 times their normal size.
Yes.
So I suppose they're harvesting scalar light directly through these coils.
Yes. Yeah. These are Tesla coils. And what you've described is a copper spiral, a copper Tesla coil.
Yeah.
This is the science behind scalar energy. So when people, by way of agricultural enhancement, they can use that copper coil and improve their yield, their crop yield. The science behind it is scalar energy, which automatically will grow any life form, whether it's a person, an animal, a plant, anything will thrive in a scalar energy force field. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So these are the experiments that I conduct in my laboratory. Again, as a demonstration, this instrument has free energy. I can light up light bulbs.
Yeah.
Now, if Tesla was able to do that in Colorado Springs through his laboratory in Colorado Springs, and I can do that at least on a minor scale in my laboratory, the doorway, the pathway now leads to free energy by way of scalar energy. Why? It's from the sun and the stars. Scalar energy is from the sun and the stars. You don't need a power plant. The energy is there. It's super abundant. We will no longer have scarcity. And one more thing, when I broadcast this energy, I don't need an infrastructure. The ether, the existing atmosphere, is the infrastructure. So you don't need satellites, you don't need cell phone towers, you don't need telephone poles, you don't need transformers. It's free energy with a free infrastructure.
Tom, what needs to happen for you to continue your research and grow it on a bigger scale, where you can actually come close to what was already achieved by Nikola Tesla?
Yeah, you're right. Come close to. I need awareness. Tell people what I'm doing. We have a website, scalarlight.com. Anybody in the world can visit the website and sign up for free sessions. Now, to make this clear, when I work with people for the benefit of the audience. I work with people by way of your photograph. This is not a biological session. It's not medicine. I work with force fields on photographs. I actually place a person's photograph inside the instrument. And by placing a person's photograph inside the instrument, they receive energy. The same amount of energy that illuminates that light bulb, I now am receiving in my quantum field through this scalar energy instrument. That's a chakra balancing. And I'm experiencing that same energy, that same pure energy through this instrument. So how do we advance this? Well, I need help, frankly. I'm one man, I'm one researcher. My website is scalarlight.com. I offer anybody in the world 15 days of free scalar energy sessions. If you send us your photograph, you will benefit from this natural, pure energy, scalar energy, and we will perform on a daily basis a chakra balancing. So I ask everybody within earshot, take a look at our website, scalarlight.com. Thank you. Anybody in the world can register. At the very top right, you see our 15-day free session. Anybody can register for free. We will work with you. We'll balance your chakras. We'll identify pathogens and eliminate them, all by way of your photograph. This is how I introduce the new science to humanity, by a grassroots effort. Zarina, thank you once again for helping me. I'm one person, I'm one man. I need help promulgating my research. Thank you.
Thank you on behalf of everybody making use of your services, who's benefiting from them. And I'm thanking you also for treating me and my family for such a long period of time. And I do testify that ever since I started, or you put me on this program, I do have more energy. I don't know if that's visible, but like I've started interviewing so many people. I know it's people don't make the link, but it's about the level of energy one has. And this has definitely lifted up my energy. So I'm able to do more things now.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. It works. Why does it work? I'm working with the laws of nature. If the laws of nature can produce a lightning bolt, then we can balance your chakras with the same energy. Imagine that. That's what people are enjoying today, a chakra balancing of divine energy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One last question, Tom, before I let you go for today. When you place the picture close to the technology, to the scalar light technology, how does it work exactly that the scalar light links to the picture? Just because it's in vicinity, or is there some sort of an entanglement between you, the conscious being, placing this picture next to the scalar light?
Yes. You hit the nail on the head. It is entanglement. There's a concept known as quantum entanglement. It's a theory. It's not been proven that two objects or two force fields can communicate. Now, I could be 1,000 miles away and somebody could be treating me, but my photograph is connected to my force field. Now, that's the distinction. We're not working with physical matter. My force field, my scalar energy signature is on that photograph, and it connects with my force field as a person. So this is not a biological event. This is one force field connecting with another, or information. Today, that's known as quantum entanglement. Some physicists have observed that two objects in space, separated at quite a distance, can communicate with one another instantaneously, sometimes separated by thousands or millions of miles. How do two objects communicate with one another? Through non-physical scalar energy. That's the means of communication. Scalar energy is the perfect communication form that does not require an infrastructure. So if you look around and you say to yourself, well, with my cell phone, with my TV, with my computer, you always need some type of apparatus. You always need some type of communication system. With scalar energy, the universe is the infrastructure. You don't need cell phone towers. You don't need satellites.
I understand the concept of quantum entanglement between the picture and the person of whom the picture is taken, but how does the scalar light technology, the instrument, know to link to the picture?
By divine character. I'm saying that scalar energy is not electricity. I'm saying that this is God's energy. And if God's energy is in charge of scalar energy, God knows what to do. I want to make this very clear. I engineered these instruments, but I don't instruct the energy. God is the light. God instructs the energy. I don't. I worked on the instrumentation. I worked on this process, but the energy that's all God's doing.
Wow. Tom,
Many
thanks again for joining me today. Everybody, if you want this field of research, this field of development of humanity to grow further, share this video, go to scalarlight.com, sign up for the free trial, test it for yourself, invite your friends to test it out. It's free for 15 days. Tom, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.